Hi, it's Joy, and today I'm going to be watching Batwoman Season 1, Episode 16, Through the Looking Glass, which maybe is a reference to Kate seeing a little bit through the looking glass to Alice now that she's killed someone. I mean, if that's not something she ever wanted to do, she didn't do it in, like, cold blood. And let's face it, if anyone had to be killed, I'd vote for him. You know, he'd be the first person I'd be shoving off the cliff, if I had to shove someone off a cliff. So yeah, I honestly have no idea where this show is going to go next, what the repercussions are going to be from this for Kate, how she's going to deal with it, what's going to happen with Alice, and I'm very, very excited. So yeah, let's go. Alice is definitely enjoying this too much.
And you.
Knock it off, or your hands go back in the cuffs.
I mean, as much as we're trying to trust it out, they should have stayed in cuffs.
Into my hellscape is but a flicker of my every waking day for so many years.
Through the looking glass.
My happens to Mouse after we find him, so.
Kind of true.
Both your daughters are killers.
Oh, you're not killers in the same way.
Your DNA and...
Okay, sweetie, stay in control. It's like Kara said last episode of Supergirl. It's so much easier to think, like, you could stop all the bad guys if you kill them, they'll never do anything again. But you can't live like that. Okay, sweetheart, go back to the Batcave. You're having a panic attack, sweetheart, okay? It's all gonna be okay. We're gonna get you through this.
My dad wants me to put Cart right behind me. But it's not that easy.
It's not, but you're going to do this.
I went to a doctor, became one myself.
Maybe it will actually help you get through to Alice.
Make me now.
You have a little piece of what she's
Any
been
luck
through.
last night? I've got nothing on him or any of his aliases. And
you should tell
the
Luke.
best killer should be out there. Honest been dashed with the murder weapon and my dad's blood all over him.
Sweetheart, I think your dad's real killer's still out there. Kate, you've got to talk to someone.
Have you returned home?
Has Mouse
Henchman?
claimed
Anybody
her
there?
Wonderland gang? His Mouse killed her evil Wonderland gang. Oh. Yeah, she bad double-crossed them, didn't she? Oh, sweetheart, you need to talk to someone. I mean, I want to jump in the screen and give you a hug and just get you to talk it to me, but...
Checking in to make sure you're good.
she's not. Kate.
You missed his spots. Ever tried that?
All the time. Never works out.
Yeah. This outfit looks maybe her least Alice-y.
You're starting to sound interested.
She cares about you despite herself.
Never involved strangling a man until he
Alice.
choked to death on his own blood. I would love absolutely nothing more.
This bitch.
Why would he go back there?
Well, we'll figure it out.
Revenge?
Just checking to see if we're the same size.
Why?
Is she gonna dress Kate like Alice? Or dress herself like Kate? I did think her outfit, like I said, it was already a little bit more less Alice-like.
So sad.
Alice?
Word that he might be coming.
Just finished making some
I love how Alice isn't even trying.
Bernie would be.
Oh, Luke, I believe that there is a dirty crow.
All right.
How funny as that sounds. And that Luke's dad,
The court is
his
now
killer,
in
is still
session.
out
The
there.
Honorable Judge.
What are you doing here?
Supporting her boyfriend to be,
And I appreciate the whole...
or at least friends. I just love their dynamic.
His parent was just murdered and the killer was never brought to justice. Alone is
Oh.
not where you need to be right
We
now.
can really relate with each other.
Thanks.
Luke. It's fun for you too, because I know Kane is looking into the corruption. Oh my god, Sophie, move down. What is she doing back? I mean, I'm not complaining.
I work at the special. You're Kate Kane's ex, right? Well, so am I. Julia Pennyworth, how do you do?
Please don't become a couple, because I need Sophie with Kate.
Trying to draw attention.
Who, me? You don't want to admit that I'm better at something than you.
Exactly.
Sisters. Yeah. Keep telling yourself that.
He's
Oh,
here.
it happened. He came. They need to both have adrenaline. Multiple. Does he want her to help him? Is that it? Oh gosh.
Get him. Oh, stop. Go out there and I'll shoot you too.
They are still sistery. I love it. Teamwork. Kate being a villainish. Not really.
Whatever this is, I want nothing to do with it.
At night, knowing I left Mouse behind.
She is becoming less Alice-like, I think. But I don't know if I'm just hoping.
You want to break him out.
And you are
She's still
going
Alice, but you know.
We just took out an old lady. I'm pretty sure that sister bonding time is over.
That's great, sister bonding time.
Breathe.
Definitely sister bonding time with Alice. Arkham really needs to be shut down.
Freeing a wanted killer from captivity. Is that so insane? I'm pretty sure it's a definition.
We aren't that different.
You're very different. You're less different than you were, but you are very different.
I could have easily killed him myself.
That's what
and let
was
you go
Alice's
on
plan
being
all along.
simple. You can't give me all the credit. After all, it wasn't that hard.
Sisters. This has kind of been coming for a long time. Someone got
Has
a
reviewed
hug.
defendant's
Oh,
that,
Luke.
along with the defendant's claim on volition. This court is adjourned.
Oh, Luke. I'm so glad he's not alone.
Not with monsters.
How was it
Lest you
season
become a
1?
monster. You became a monster.
Okay. It's breaking my heart.
Thank you for killing the man who destroyed my life. Destroyed our family. Do not feel guilty for what you did.
I don't. The only thing I feel guilty about.
Is not feeling guilty.
I don't feel guilty.
He's because he deserved it. I mean, I don't. He deserved life in prison. This is a lot to process.
Kate, have I ever lied to you?
Literally dozens of times.
Yeah, okay. I promise.
She's not as Alicey as she used to be. Oh dear.
What's this? Well, we're breaking a killer out of Arkham, so you can't exactly go in disguised as a flying rodent.
Android to see him.
This friendly guy had no idea.
Crazy.
Okay. This is just. Could you imagine in episode 1 that we'd be at this stage by episode 16? No. What is going on? Keep those masks on.
Remember your promise.
Mm-hmm.
No killing.
You can trust me.
Please let us trust, because this will be a really important step forward if they can. Really hope there are no cameras in this corridor, Kate.
You're Kate's ex. I know. We covered that. I was gonna say assistant, but that's much more fun.
Julia will suffice. British intelligence, SRR.
Julia took a bullet that was meant for me.
Mary obviously already knows
Leave the
Kate's Batwoman,
question
but just how does everyone think Mary doesn't know? Don't do anything stupid, sweetheart. Talk to him, maybe, but
He murdered my father.
I don't think he
I
did.
didn't. Getting into MIT.
Oh gosh.
Told everybody in the store that night. My son Lucas is gonna change the world. You heard it here first.
Luke.
Why'd you kill him, man? Truth is, I went into a sip and dash for a bag of chips.
He's gonna get shot, isn't he? I told you!
Hey, bitch.
Oh, Luke! I believe he is innocent, so that's really awful to think that he had like a few hours of freedom.
Off my list.
That you promised.
Now, where are your keys?
You need to like time up though, so he can't alert people. That's what you should have done first! I was gonna say it's good job none of those people were armed. As long as that mask stays on. Kate definitely had the harder job here. Mask. Still on. Alice, come on!
Alice, nice!
He's not dead!
Guess you do know how to use that.
I love that Alice. I shouldn't. We all shouldn't, but we do. Keep those on. I'm still not entirely sure how we feel about the whole concept of freeing Mouse, but I don't think anyone should be like tortured in Arkham.
There's so many straps.
Is Kate gonna lock the door on both of them? I don't know why it didn't occur to me before that she'd do that. So that she doesn't become like her.
What are you doing?
Open the door.
Oh my god. I was wondering why Kate had agreed to help.
The door. I can't.
It's like she's being abandoned again on the other side of the door. They stood like that once before.
You promised.
Oh
It's
my
over,
god.
Alice. Can't hurt anyone anymore.
What? I mean, this is amazing. I was wondering why Kate was helping, but I kind of thought, oh, this isn't going to help. Alice was maybe coming around a little bit.
The same person. We are no different.
Arkham is not the place. A proper mental facility. Please, a proper mental facility. Oh, it's like it's happening to her all over again. I mean, she definitely needs prison and like, or at least, you know, a proper psychiatric facility, but not Arkham.
It had to be done. And I had to
It
be
did, but it doesn't make it hurt any less.
Put Alice behind us.
She's Beth, though. I don't know how far behind you can put her.
Kiddo?
Kate can't just put everything behind her. Oh, I'm so glad that she's got a hug. She's needed that for so long. I genuinely don't know where we're gonna go next. Oh, Luke.
Released from prison.
He doesn't. He believes he didn't do it.
He was shot. It was a professional hit too.
Luke's gonna know his dad's killer's still out there.
I think there's a chance that Reggie didn't kill your father.
My dad's killer's still out there.
We will find the killer. We will. I said it like I'm gonna help, but we will find them. Are we gonna see who the killer is? No, we're gonna see Sophie getting a new girlfriend. Is he gonna get killed? Oh my god, oh my god. I don't like him, but I don't want him to die. I mean, I don't hate him, I don't love him, I don't dislike him, I just... You got him? At least it sounded like a male cry. Okay.
I had to keep it that way if you don't mind.
Shouldn't be alone right now.
I'm not the hero the city thinks I am.
You are. You made one
Trade my
bad
sister
call.
today. Put her in Arkham.
She's a serial killer.
I don't
Okay.
know who I am right now,
You'll figure it out.
but I do know that I do not want to be my sister.
I'm nothing like your sister.
Exactly. Yeah, I was thinking Sophie was going to be getting with Julia, and now it's going to be Kate. I mean, they're exes, so it wouldn't be the craziest thing in the world. I'm glad Kate has someone right now. Even if this is kind of a distraction, at least she's not alone. Is Alice going to escape? I mean, what the hell is going to happen with Alice at this point?
I want to be a queen.
I just... Oh, what's going to happen next? That episode was a lot. I genuinely at one point thought, I mean, I thought for a while that Kate genuinely was helping Alice. I wasn't entirely sure what her end game was. I did think it was a bit weird that she would agree to free Mouse as well. Like, sending Alice off to live a life might be was one thing, but Mouse, because she has no prior connection to him. But I kind of just thought Kate was in such a weird place that maybe she saw this as a way of, you know, getting through to Alice and maybe bringing her back. But I feel like now, Alice, I don't know, is going to be very pleased going forward. I doubt she's going to stay in Arkham, so I have genuinely got no idea where the show is going next. I really enjoyed all their scenes together. I mean, Rachel Skarsten is a brilliant actress. You know, Alice is a fantastic character. Absolutely adore Kate. I love Ruby Rose. She's playing Kate brilliantly. I don't care what anyone says, Kate is my favourite character. And my heart is just breaking for her at the moment. And their scenes together, they were so believable as sisters, even though one of them's a serial killer and the other one's a vigilante, you know, like they were kind of poles apart, yet you can kind of see that they are drawn to each other, and I love how they're playing that. And at the same time, I do feel like this episode, she was slightly less Alicey than she has been in previous episodes. Now, obviously, perhaps being in captivity again, being betrayed by her sister, she may well revert into being super crazy Alice, but it's so annoying because I want her to get mental treatment, but obviously not in Arkham. Arkham is not a good place, from my understanding of Arkham, in the previous Batman-y, Gotham-y playthings that I've watched. So I'm not too pleased that she's in Arkham. I would like it better if Jacob Kane could kind of, you know, pay for her to be in some elite private fancy facility. I'm against, you know, private hospitals, but hey, for Alice, maybe we'll make an exception. But it was just, that was all a lot. And then working together was lovely in a weird way. You know, it kind of made me feel like down the line, if we could somehow, I mean, it's getting less and less likely, redeem Alice or I would love it to see them being a team. I think it'd be quite cool to have a team with Kate. I don't know if maybe any of the other characters from the Batman comics. Again, I don't know anything about Batwoman. Like, this is the first iteration of Batwoman that I've seen, so I don't know whether she has any sidekicks or any people that join her. Whereas obviously I know a lot more about Bruce because Batman is the one that's a lot more sort of pop culture-y, and I've seen his movies, and you know, you can't escape that man. So yeah, I'm very intrigued, and I just, like I said, Kate was shattering my heart all episode and feeling very lost, and that's why I thought she maybe was helping Alice, but obviously she wasn't. She kind of, her response to realising she was coming too much like her was to make sure that she finally put her behind bars where she belongs. And it's so hard because if Arkham wasn't an extremely dodgy place where they like torture their inmates, I would be like, oh, okay, good, Alice is where she should be, everything's fine. But Arkham is not a good place, is it? It's bad. So I don't like that she's there. I think especially after everything she's been through, yeah, she's a serial killer, so she should be locked up unless we manage to redeem her to a point where she identifies as Beth and views Alice as a split personality or something. She needs to be locked up, but yeah, it's not great that she's in Arkham. And just, I know I keep saying it, but I'm kind of almost speechless, like, where the hell is the show going to go next? So I don't even know if I have that much more to say about that whole plotline. I just loved every second of it. I love these characters, the actors, how they're portraying it, and Kate is killing me because of course killing someone is going to mess you up, and the fact that she doesn't feel guilty would mess you up. But the main thing, of course she doesn't feel guilty. That's a man that destroyed their family, destroyed her sister, turned her into a killer, tortured her, abused her. You know, every single thing that he has done has been despicable. And he's done it directly to Kate's family. He killed Beth. He took their mum's head. Like, of course you're going to want, if anyone you're going to kill, it's going to be him. And of course you're not going to feel that, you're not going to feel bad about it because he deserved to die. I mean, okay, I'm against the death penalty. But, you know, for someone that you know is a criminal, you know he's committed the crimes, it's something that is much more understandable. And to not feel guilt, you wouldn't necessarily feel guilt for that. I think her initial panic response was obviously because she just doesn't want to be a killer. And now she's realising that she can live with it, she can put it behind her, and that she feels like being able to kill someone and put it behind you makes you a villain. And that's not the case. It depends entirely on circumstances, and yeah, it will forever change her that she has killed someone, but she needs to kind of be okay with the fact that he was a very bad man, and it wasn't her fault in the sense that she didn't think, oh, I'm going to track him down and shoot him. You know, it was a crime of passion. No, she was very angry, and I totally understand. So Kate's killing me, and Sophie was still worried about her because she got that text and Kate never replied because Kate doesn't want to vulnerable Sophie. I'm hoping Sophie is coming. I mean, obviously now she's throwing herself into doing this mission, but she kind of was okay when Jennifer, oh my god, what is her name? Alfred's niece was like, oh, you're Kate's ex, me too. She wasn't like, ex Kate's? No, I'm straight. You know, she was like, oh, cool, kind of, you know, which is good. Obviously, this isn't a person that's necessarily going to interact with her daily life and everything, and she's come out to her mum, which obviously went horrifically wrong. But, you know, I think Sophie is making brilliant steps, and maybe even at the end of the season we could get a little reconciliation between them as friends, if not romantically. I would like that. Or who knows actually how far they've managed to film. Obviously at the end, Kate and Julia, that's her name, isn't it? Julia, had that little moment, but I think Kate needs someone right now, and going into this kiss, neither of them are going to think that they're going to get married next week. You know, they'll both be aware that they're exes, that there's a lot of history, but they kind of needed each other. And I presume in her line of work, she's probably killed some bad people, so maybe she can help Kate out there. So I'm really glad that Kate isn't alone, and that, okay, maybe she was going to try and be there for Luke, but Mary's with Luke. So yeah, I'm just feeling a lot of feelings about Kate at the moment, still feeling a lot of feelings about Sophie from before. And then we have Luke and his, you know, for a lot of this show, Luke's hardly been in it. Or he's been Kate's faithful sidekick. We have that one sort of glimmer of this being his backstory, and maybe that there was something wrong with the guy that killed his, or that maybe the guy that killed his dad didn't really, etc. And him not wanting to believe that. And now Luke's really coming to the forefront. He's getting to do some brilliant acting. He's getting to just go for it. And just, oh, I knew obviously that the killer was going to be found not guilty, but at the same time he also figured out that he wasn't really the killer. And my heart breaks for that guy because, you know, being sort of forced into being framed, then being coerced into being into confessions, then spending all that time in prison, then finally getting to spend a little bit of time with your mum being free and then being murdered is horrific and horrible and tragic, and they need to catch these people. But for Luke to kind of have to, just as he was beginning to doubt maybe that guy didn't kill his dad, he gets shot in front of him, and you know, everything. I mean, I'm not, personally, I haven't been the victim of any sort of brutal crime like that, thank goodness. I mean, my family's been murdered or anything. But I can imagine that having the knowledge that justice has been served, that that person is behind bars, would be such a relief. It would help you sleep at night. It wouldn't take the pain away, but it would be like, okay, okay. You know, they're not free. They're not getting to do whatever they want. But he knows now that this entire time, the person that did it has been out there, and that now there is someone actually covering up, trying to kill Sophie, trying to kill Jacob. That is his name, isn't it? The dad, trying to kill, like, killing people. That's a lot. And I love Mary was just like, hands down, like, I'm here for you, we're gonna do it. And then Luke's like, yeah, I know. I love their dynamics so much. I am shipping them a lot. I mean, I just really like them as friends, so if they just became best friends, I would be totally down for that. But it's a bit of fun to ship them. But it's really emotional. And Mary, I love the fact that it's so obvious she has to know the truth, and no one sees through that. But yeah, I'm waiting for the time when she's finally going to tell them the genuine truth, maybe to do with Luke and everything. She will finally say to him, oh, by the way, I know all about Batwoman. But I'm so excited to watch more of this show. It has changed so much as a show with its dynamic within season 1. Its dynamics have twisted and turned so many different ways that I cannot wait to see where it goes next. And I'm very stressed for these characters because they're all suffering a lot. So yeah, that was brilliant. Thank you for watching.